Welcome to the second episode of the Incubator. I'm Rohan Sugapong, MS Advertising student here in Boston University. I am also an Associate Creative Director for Copy here in Adlab. I'm my co-host.
Hi, I'm Shivangi Sethi. I'm a graduate student pursuing my master's in advertising and Vice President of New Business at Adlab. So, Rohan, what are we talking about in episode 2?
Well, it's quite an interesting topic, Shivangi. It's very controversial. So what's the deal with generative AI in advertising? I mean, you've seen it all around. Students use it. Professionals use it, admittedly. But why is this a big deal in the industry? Why is it so controversial?
But wait, Rohan. Before we go into the details of it, let's just do a disclaimer that we are just students, master students.
Well, for us at least.
Yes, and we are just gonna share our views and opinions. So please don't take any offense.
Don't cancel us.
Yes.
Don't cancel us.
This is just us talking to you about what we feel with AI and advertising in general. So yeah, let's begin with what is AI and what is generative artificial intelligence. Well, it is something that I would say is generating new content with respect to text, video, or images. How it works is in a very simple way. Data has been fed to our computers, and there's a lot of training that the computer goes through, because of which it can predict what the human language is or what humans are thinking. And when you give prompt, a user gives prompt to this technology, it kind of gives you the output with the result that you must be looking for instantly and at one go. So that is what AI is per se, and it is being used today in multiple spaces. You see it with chatbots, you see it with media creations, product development and design. So a lot of spaces are using AI today.
I was one of those people who was against AI. Like, I would think of AI as a crutch. Well, technically it is if you misuse it, right? But Digitas has actually done a study with Vox, which sheds light on it. It's human-minded creativity in a world of AI. AI breeds amplified creativity. Asterisk, it only breeds amplified creativity when it is directed by humans. So what does this mean? Honestly, my takeaway for that is that AI becomes you. It's an amplified version of you. And to do that, I mean, you have to immerse yourself with it. I have been immersing myself with it for the past 3 weeks. Job applications and all, you need to have a lot of cover letters and all, especially as an international student. That's my personal experience. And in a way, ChatGPT has become me already. So it is interesting. It is an interesting topic.
So basically, in simple ways, if I put it, AI is like magic.
Yes.
Magic that enhances you, magic that helps you do something better. It empowers you, I would say. And I think the advertising industry is in the midst of a tech evolution when we speak about what's happening today. Yeah. AI is right here. Everybody is using it. It's about finding the right balance of how much and how much not to use, because everything has two sides. And I'm sure this tech also, as we all know, can be used in a negative way, can be misused, but finding the right balance and understanding the limitation is very important. So
I completely agree. I mean, again, talking about the industry, I mean, a lot of agencies, as I mentioned earlier, adopting the technology. I mean, the fact that I mentioned Digitas and the fact that they did their study, it's not that I'm giving them a shout out, right? But the fact that they have done the study, it means they have been ahead of the game with this one. Our point being is, to what end should we be using AI? To what extent? Who has the license to use AI and who doesn't have the license to use AI in the industry?
Okay, before we move forward, Rohan, how about we talk about how AI is used in our industry with respect to different disciplines that we have? How about we start with creative? That's all you.
Yeah, of course. Some would use ChatGPT to create their taglines. Others, they use, well, for one, I tried using Dream Studio AI. It's a image generation AI. It's an AI tool that's used to make photorealistic images and it's quite scary but interesting. There is also this rising trend of the use of AI voiceovers. I mean, back in 2022, 2021, they started sounding natural, but you still kind of, what do you call this? Kind of notice that it is AI. I mean, they use it in movie recaps if you're into that.
That's
in
scary.
YouTube. Yeah, that is scary. But now, like, even these AI voiceovers, they're starting to sound really, really natural, wherein they could just evoke some emotion. It's interesting. There's a lot of overlap with AI and the creative disciplines, but I do think that it's not going to replace anyone creative soon.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you there. Too much of creativity. Let's move on to strategy.
Okay, fine.
Well, when it comes to strategy, one thing that is very important in strategy is to find the human insight. And to do that, we do a lot of primary and secondary research. AI is kind of helping there, I would say. Personally, I have also used AI for that when it comes to creating surveys for focus group or survey questionnaires. Taking the help of AI with the same has been a great experience because it's not only helped to give me prompts and think in a certain direction, but also has kind of narrowed down my broadness of thinking what and how, and helping me come up with questions that answer the 5 W's of what, when, where, how, why, which is very critical. So as a strategist, I think AI really helps you to give you that brainstorming space where you can interact with a machine, a tool that guides you with in certain way where it gives you a little bit of inspiration, but that's about it.
Yeah, I agree. I would like to add on to that. I mean, as a person who has been dabbling in strategy as well, I mean, not that I'm saying I'm lazy, but if you're gonna do a lot of in-depth research, one important thing that a strategist must have is to filter the useful and useless data from each. I mean, split them from each other, right? Okay, I keep on saying ChatGPT, but any kind of generative
that's
AI,
like ChatGPT is the main right now, but we cannot forget the competitors that are coming, which
like
is
Gemini.
a good thing because that keeps all the other apps in place, and
Agree.
competition is always good because it helps you to maintain that level of credibility and trust.
Yeah.
How about in accounts, Rohan? Account planning and strategist or a project manager, what do you think? How can they use AI in a way that helps them?
So it's something new. It's, again, with generative AI, we always think of the creatives and the strat, right? For account management and project management, it's something that's being explored right now. One thing that is interesting that people haven't noticed about it is Apple, right? Apple has released is it the iPhone 16? Yes, it is the iPhone 16, and and AI is integrated into it. The fact that it could rearrange your emails and do scheduling for you, that's interesting. I know that Monday.com has also done that as well. They've integrated AI into it. I'm not a project manager. I'm the worst Gantt chart builder, but it's gonna be it's gonna work wonders for you, right?
But there's another application now that you spoke about applications. Google. Oh my God. Have you seen what Notebook LM is all about?
No,
it's
not
the
yet.
buzz of the town.
Okay.
So Notebook LM is actually helping you take notes. So all you need to do is just give a prompt to that AI generative of Google to kind of you input the data. If you have like say 100 pages long survey or a 100-page long reading to do, case study to go through, just feed it all in there, and in seconds you will have your notes from it. So you don't need to really go through the entire reading, and you will kind of get notes instantly. So coming back to the point of account executives and project managers, this particular software and multiple other softwares, they help them to kind of take notes. It's become like, it makes the process super easy, and at the same time one thing that we always forget, account executives and managers are supposed to send thousands of emails, right, to thousands of clients. I mean, that's what their job is. And don't forget the new business people. Oh my God, prospecting and finding clients and sending like emails to over like 200 plus people in one day is a task. Having ChatGPT kind of help in that space, helping you create a little more formal, informal, giving different tones and voices of your emails just helps someone to do the task quickly, but at the same time efficiently. So.
I agree. Same thing with cover letters. International students, take note. Part of the marketing or brand experience, right, is customer service and social media management. Hootsuite has its own AI to recommend to you the best time to post your ad for based on your audience, right? And although customer service, I'm still against it in my opinion, because again, if you're a bank and you're using AI or a chat bot to deal with an angry customer, I think it will not solve the problem of that angry customer.
It's just going to make them more anxious.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's a good way of kind of incorporating AI in different disciplines. And I think a little bit work here and there will just make it grow further and further. And it will enhance and make meaningful engagement.
I mean, I think the key takeaway here is that AI is inevitable. I mean, the debate of whether or not it should be used, we're past that. We're in a point of no return.
AI is here.
Yeah.
AI is not going anywhere. It is right here. It's time to embrace it, and it's time to use it in a smart way so that it helps you become a smarter person. And let's move on to the next section.
Yeah.
What is it?
We're going to talk about ads. As usual, we're from Adlab. That's what we do. This is the mandatory. I'm kidding. This is the Slay or Nay segment.
Woohoo! Yay! I love this segment. Let me explain first what is it.
Yeah,
okay,
go.
so Slay and Nay segment, we're gonna go through a couple of ads that have used AI in their advertising and kind of share what we feel about it and whether it was a slay or it was a nay.
Just letting you know, again, we're just students. Don't cancel us. We're not gonna be harsh. This is just our personal opinion, what we think the ad is, what worked, what didn't work. We're gonna give our constructive opinion on it.
Okay, so drum roll please.
So the first ad is Heinz with their AI Ketchup Rethink ad. So what do you think, Shivangi? Are you rethinking it?
Well, I'm not rethinking. I'm all set. Should we reveal it?
Yes, of course.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3. It's
a double slay. Double slay.
Okay, so I think it's a double slay because, first of all, it was so disruptive what they did. It just came out of nowhere. They used DALL-E 2 at such a space where... So we already know that in the ketchup space, Heinz is like the leading brand. And with this advertisement, I think using AI tech was just it was literally right time, right thing, and it just worked so well.
The campaign was not made by AI. It's just that they used AI smartly with this ad. It had a good insight. It leveraged the power of the brand. We always say, I mean, I think for the longest time, Heinz would always say, it's always Heinz. It's gotta be Heinz. It's gotta be Heinz. I mean, the ad was just simple. Input ketchup in DALL-E, and it will just generate an image of Heinz. Whether or not it says Heinz, it's the silhouette of Heinz.
Yes.
And that's a very insightful insight.
Yeah, and it was like, no matter what you write with the ketchup, if the word ketchup is there, Heinz is there.
Yeah.
And it said that AI accepts it, and even AI says that when you talk about ketchup, it is Heinz. Giving it a person quality just added so much value to it.
Solidified Heinz as a top-of-mind brand.
Yes, that's absolutely right. Okay,
Right.
The second one. Are we ready for the second one?
Of course. Do the drum roll.
And the second one is...
The BMW ad.
Woohoo!
For this case, this was honestly a nay.
Yeah.
It's a nay.
It's a nay.
A nay. The reason why it's a nay, I mean, AI was just used as an afterthought. They used AI to create an art that was wrapped around the new BMW. That's it.
I think it's a perfect example of showing that how a brand, without thinking, just so that they don't feel left out, and the fear of missing out, the FOMO that we talk about, just so that they don't fall in that space, just putting something just so that you are, also keeping up with the trend and using tech in your ads. They use the whole AI to create the rap, which did not make that much of sense. It was clearly something creative, but maybe it wasn't received well by the consumers that they were targeting. It just felt a little too forced, I would say.
It's really about, being intelligent with, we're an ad, you need to be smart with everything that you do, and it's really just knowing when to jump into the trend or not. It's about choosing your battles well, and I think this is where, again, we're not experts, but we think, though, it's our own opinion that it was a lack of a better judgment to jump into this trend. It could have been done better.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, which brings us to the next ad. So the next ad is the Coca-Cola Masterpiece ad.
Yay!
So what do you think? It is a
slay.
The thought process here is kind of similar to Heinz. It's not using AI to make the whole campaign, but rather it was more of a practical thing.
Simple words, I would say it was a masterpiece ad.
Yeah.
The fact that they use such masterpiece art, and they kind of created a world where how Coca-Cola in that particular space and time of the art that was created, like what the art speaks, is being consumed by that particular famous personality in the frame was just so cool. And the kind of, again, as Rohan mentioned about not using AI to generate, but using AI as a part of their storyline, worked well for them. And it kind of just went again with the fact of how Coca-Cola is, everybody loves it, everybody has a good time, everybody enjoys drinking it spreads happiness. So that was kind of cool. And
just to add to it, AI was used to just fill in the frames. So they used AI to animate the difficult to animate stuff.
It was so interesting to see how they kind of use present and past together to show what future looks like, which is a mic drop point.
So in conclusion, Shivangi, what do you think?
Well, I think that AI is a great tool that you should use as a catalyst. Something that you use to kind of give you a prompt which helps you to think further and deep dive into your thoughts. And what about you now?
AI is not going to replace any human being. As I mentioned earlier, my professor in marketing communications told us actually in class that AI will surely not replace the human person or the human creative, but you will be replaced by someone who knows how to use it well. So being good at AI, being integrated with AI, it's kind of scary. They're going to say that, we're going to be cyborgs or something. It's not going to be that case. But like being integrated with AI, it's good. It's something that will expand humanity. Even Digital said it earlier, right? AI breeds amplified creativity.
Correct.
Yeah, especially if it's combined with the human condition. So there's that thing about the human condition that empowers us to take AI resources, the resources that AI provides, and create something beautiful about it.